Okay. Go for it.
Well, hello, my name is Michelle Fishley, and I'm an LPN, or licensed practical nurse, and I've been working with Iboga for about 7 years now. What drew me to the medicine, well, first of all, we're in beautiful Costa Rica, so that's a bonus. In this beautiful little city called Tambor, and I'm really enjoying the nature and the sounds of the birds and the connection this place brings us. And what drew me to Iboga is I found in my nursing practice, we were often just kind of putting Band-Aids on people. So, you know, people come in and they're really sick, and sometimes we nurse them back to health, sometimes we don't. And it felt like we were always working on the wrong end. We weren't preventing, illness. You know, we weren't working towards wellness. We were just sort of piecing people back together after illness. So in some ways that's kind of depressing, you know, like you feel like you're making a difference, and you know you are, but it's not the same. And my husband Patrick actually started working with Ibogaine first, and seeing the healing with that and how we can work towards wellness instead of illness was really, really called to me. It really made me feel that that was the path to go. And because Iboga is such a big medicine, it needs a little extra care. And so Patrick and I get to blend our skills working in that acute care setting to this beautiful traditional medicine, and it's like bridging these two worlds, which I think is something that we need to do more often. And just my own personal healing with Iboga was to really shed myself of things that I was carrying from, hurt or injury, or maybe not being in healthy relationships in the past, and to really be able to let those things go, and to really work on myself along the way. And I love working with people as they are growing and as they are expanding and they're coming to their own health and well-being. It's probably the most rewarding thing I can do.
And can you speak a little bit about, did you get a chance to work with Ibogaine as well, or just Iboga?
Personally I've only just worked with Iboga, I think.
And did you get to sit with people who did Ibogaine and Iboga?
Oh, yeah. Actually, no, I did. In the beginning, there were a couple of times I went with Patrick to sit with people just with Ibogaine, now that I think back. But not just a handful. And the big difference between Ibogaine and Iboga is Ibogaine doesn't have that deep psycho-spiritual component, so it doesn't bring as much awareness into the patterns. So it's really great in healing the body and healing those neurotransmitters, and especially with people with addiction who've really abused them and worn them out. It's really great at bringing that and some neuroplasticity, so then at least some healing can take place. But when we use Iboga, it really brings forward the reason why people are using in the first place, and lets them become aware of these patterns and habits that are maybe holding them back or causing them pain, and allows them to step forward into their own power. Yeah.
And you touched a little bit about healing some of your past. Is there maybe you can share just what the experience is like in the medicine, and how it does help you, the way in which it supports that shift of either mental pattern or behavioral pattern, or it's hard often for people to relate how these medicines do this.
So for my own personal experience, and because everybody's experience is vastly different, I found that it really allowed me to step back from my own mind, to just kind of see what my thoughts were doing rather than being reactionary to my thoughts, and to really give me an understanding that my thoughts and feelings, although are part of me, they are not me. And to allow that little bit of separation so that when I am moving forward in life, I have more choice. I have more choice in the decisions I make, how I react to situations, and I can take a pause. Whereas before, you know, it's linking I am this person, like I am this person that stayed with somebody who was abusive for 17 years. Instead of that was my experience, but I am not that person. And it also gives you a really good like physical purge. So it sort of like cleans out, I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels like it cleans you to your bones.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Awesome. And is there any healings that you witnessed or people have shared with you that stand out that you want to share? That a lot of people come to Iboga and Ibogaine for addiction, but there's so many applications that people don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's any like people that, yeah, this person had this, that would be nice to share.
Oh, I think, you know, we had a gentleman recently that was really recognized where his truth was. And that's a common one. Realizing that you've been kind of fibbing to yourself and creating stories in your mind to sort of, you know, justify certain behaviors or patterns or addictions, whether they be to drugs or to your phone or to your coffee or whatever it is. And just to be really honest with yourself. And I find that is a common one, that people are really faced with the truth of who they are and why. Why is this a problem for me? Why am I not attracting that person that I want in my life? Or why am I not, you know, feeling happier? And then so Iboga is a beautiful truth medicine. And so it allows us to see those things in a way that, again, is a bit step back, you know, that we kind of get to be the observer. And so it doesn't feel so harsh. You know, sometimes in the moment it does, but as we work through them with the support of our team and people who are understanding of that, it's so much easier just to pass through it and to say, okay, I can forgive myself and I can move forward.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
You're welcome.